Arsenal won, Fulham won, and Arsenal fail to capitalise on Liverpool not playing this week. They didn't close the gap to 4 points. Instead, yes, the gap has gone down to 6, but this weren't a very good day at the office. Arsenal started the game with a lot of control, but Fulham's first attack, the first time they got hold of the ball, they were able to make 23 passes, and then Raul Jimenez gets put through. Jakob Kivior was caught ball watching. He's watching the ball instead of going with his striker. And then Jimenez is in the box. Saliba, instead of showing more urgency and closing him down, getting more tighter, he chose to let him shoot. And Raul Jimenez, it was a fantastic finish into the bottom corner. David Raya, no chance. For the remainder of the first half, Arsenal had the majority of the play, but there was no real penetration. They got in behind, and the one time they really did get in behind, Saka put it across the box and Kai Havertz was not serious. He was not serious. He didn't try and get in front of his defender and cause a real issue for the goalkeeper. And then another occasion where Jakob Kivior went long. It would have been a 3v3, but Havertz offside again, just like last week for the Martinelli goal. We're starting to see that we really do need a striker. It's becoming more and more evident every single game that we play. Second half, you'd expect Arsenal to up the gears, and they sort of did after about 5 minutes, and not too long into the second half, about 53, 54 minutes, we got our goal. It was from another corner. Nice delivery to the back post. Havertz, poor header. He got lucky. He was going for goal, but Saliba, that is what a striker should do. Great instinct. Falls to him and he puts it away. That's now 2-2 for Saliba. You could say he made up for the Raul Jimenez goal. Then another corner goes in. Thomas Partey for the second game in a row, just like Kai Havertz, headed the ball like a 10-year-old. Eyes closed. You can imagine eyes closed, hoping and praying, and he headed it wide. Then you're beginning to think, yeah, this isn't Arsenal's day. Is it going to end 1-1? But around the 88th minute, Martinelli, great ball in for Bukayo Saka. Saka heads it in. 3 points for the Gunners. We're all celebrated. Yes! But the replay showed Martinelli no football IQ to get back on side. Where is his footballing brain? That is just a lapse in concentration. And then the match ended 1-1. Goal ruled out by VAR. Arsenal dropped points, and Chelsea now have the opportunity to go 2 points clear of the Gunners in second place. We'll go into our 5 takeaways. First takeaway, I'm going to give the opposition praise today. There weren't a lot that I could take from this game, but what I would take from Fulham is that they were very, very resolute. And although they were very wasteful going forward, they had multiple opportunities to hurt us on the counter-attack. But whether the ball weren't right, someone was running out of play, their touches. There was a lot of wasteful actions going forward, but defensively resolute. In that first half, frustrated Arsenal, and you can see Marco Silva has them drilled to a T, and they are a very, very good opponent, and I believe they're 6th of, or maybe 7th now after the Brighton win, but big praise for Fulham, and a draw was definitely what they deserved. You couldn't fault them for getting that draw from that defensive display, and if Arsenal did score that late goal, you'd probably say it's probably not deserved. Second takeaway, the forwards. Bukayo Saka. If it's not him, who is it? The rest of them. Kai Havertz, that's 2 games in a row. Sleeping. Silly offsides. Lack of movement in the opposition box. I don't know what he's doing. He's caught on his heels. Today Arteta had enough and brought on Gabriel Jesus. Another waste of space. A proper waste of space he is. There was an opportunity for him. Declan Rice played a great ball into the box. And Jesus, he's just looking to see if the goalkeeper's coming. Why are you looking to see if the goalkeeper's coming? Big man, just go and hit the ball. Don't worry about the goalkeeper. You're scared to get clattered. If you get clattered, it's a penalty. Trossard, quite quiet this game. He didn't do much. And rightly so, he got replaced for Martinelli, who looked a little bit livelier, but it was his fault we didn't get the 3 points today, because that final action of the game, all he had to do was look across the line and see that he was offside. But no, instead of doing that, he was caught offside. Players with pace, they should never really get caught offside, especially from a standing position. Because why are you offside? What reason do you have for being offside? You have no reason to be offside. You're quicker than your fullback. Just hold the line. Be a little bit on the other side of the defender and not in an offside position. But these forwards, they're very frustrating and they are costing us in a lot of games. Third takeaway. This goes on to this fact. Mikel Arteta and the board. The forwards are the forwards because of you. We brought in Raheem Sterling. He didn't even come on today. We need a goal and we turn into the usual suspects. Martinelli or Trossard. Gabriel Jesus. Useless. We had to bring on Ethan for Odegaard. We're relying on a 17-year-old kid who I have no doubt will be a talent. But he's probably one of the most effective players we have. And I don't know how much we've spent, but we haven't spent enough on forwards. We're buying defence, and neglecting the forward line. So when January comes, if Arsenal do not go into the market and buy a forward, I don't really care at this point if it's the left or a centre forward. It's probably not going to be a centre forward because the ones I'm looking for Arsenal to get are a Victor Osimhen, Victor Gyökeres, Alexander Isak. Those are the only 3 that will be on the market that we should get. We should have got Osimhen in the summer. We allowed him to go to Galatasaray. I don't know what the board were thinking. Why didn't we get him on loan? Get him on loan and see how it is. Put an option to buy in there. Or an obligation if he meets, say, 20 league goals, then we have to buy him. But no. Instead, we relied and banked on Kai Havertz, who was signed as a midfielder because he had a good run of form at the back end of the season. And now that is costing us. Other forwards are already in double digits, close to 9, 10 goals in the league, some 8. But Havertz, I believe he's stuck on, is it 5? Maybe 6? That's not good enough, especially at a club like Arsenal. Forwards are what we've always known ourselves to have. We've prided ourselves on having some of the best attacking talent in world football. Aubameyang, one of the best finishers in the world when we signed him. Henry, Ian Wright, Bergkamp, Van Persie, Alexis Sanchez. We've had numerous forwards, Robert Perez, but now we just have Bukayo Saka, the only one who I can say is a true world talent. Someone that gets into most teams in the world. You think other teams are taking Kai Havertz to start for them? Liverpool, no, they're not going to start him. They've got Diego Jota. Nunes is kind of a waste of space, but he won't start off with Jota. This season, Nicholas Jackson is outperforming him. Chelsea got rid. Man City, no. So, we need to go and get a forward that competes with the rest of the league and world football. And if we don't, the board need to think about selling their shares. And Arteta as well, if he's not demanding a forward, like I said, whether it be a winger or a striker, he should either walk or at the end of the season, if we don't win anything, that should be time up. The 4th takeaway. So, my prediction over the 10-game period is on track. I did have Arsenal to draw with Fulham, even though this was a disappointing performance. We've won 3. I predicted the draw here and a draw against Brentford. So, we are currently on track. But the bad news is Liverpool are off that track. They've got 3 more points than I predicted. So, this game would have been the perfect opportunity to break that cycle, especially as they didn't play this weekend. So, as it stands, yes, my prediction was right, but it's not looking good. And a worrying thing for Arsenal is the away form. We've only won 3 out of 8 this season. Multiple draws, 3 draws. We dropped the points against Man City in the last minute. This game, we basically dropped points in the last minute because of Martinelli being a bozo. So, we need to fix up and get back on track and get these wins, because this title is slowly running away from us. The 5th and final takeaway. We need to start showing some more urgency. We were very relaxed. This game, it was as if we were 2 goals up there was a lot of good play. We were taking too long to pull the trigger, too long to play the balls in behind. Numerous occasions I see people making a run in behind and people weren't putting that ball in over the top. We need to turn teams over. It was very, very disappointing from Arsenal in this game, and it's been like that for a lot of games this season. We are at our best when we are playing quick football, 1-2 touch passes, not taking too many touches on the ball. And if this continues, there is absolutely no chance we're closing the gap to Liverpool. We can just forget about this title race by December, because we're going to find ourselves in more positions like today where we need a goal and we're relying on last minute winners, and you can't keep doing that. We already saw in multiple seasons that you can't keep trying to pull the wood out the fire in the last minute. So Arsenal, you players need to step up your game and put some more urgency on the field, as this is not good. Not good at all. So those were the 5 takeaways. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel. Bless people.